G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So back in the legendary Goku event GT edition, and we're going to be knocking over that pair absorption mission. So that was the team. I'll talk you through the team as we go, and yeah, let's get right on into it. So first rotation, not too bad but not the best. We would have rather to have had Super 17 in there. We do want to build him up nice and early, but this is what we've got to work with. So we're going to have one Boo Tanks on each rotation. This friend one was at 79%, so not too bad. We've got most of the hidden potential unlocked there, but yeah, was unable to find any rainbows. We want to make sure that we do get off his 18 key super. That is where he stacks defense. On his 12 key, he is only stacking his attack, so yeah, got to make sure you get off that 18 key. My Fat Boo, full easy aid, we want to make sure that he gets hit early on in the event. He is at 69%, so not too bad, but yeah, nothing spectacular there. Yeah, we'll do this, and that allows us those. Super 17, much like the Fat Boo, needs to get hit to build up his damage reduction in the early parts of this event. So against the STR enemy, that's perfect time for him to get smashed around. Hopefully he doesn't additional. Perfect. Mine is one dupe, I believe. And then my Boo Tanks is 90%. Actually didn't have him before the anniversary whatsoever. So, wow. And wow, he literally must have like one health. But again, just making sure that he gets off his 18 key super, and yeah, we'll move into the next turn. So we've got, again, we'll be able to get off the 18 key super there, fire off that, and then do that. We're not too worried about Cell getting off his super attacks at this stage. We've literally just got him in this team for the final stage, where he's going to have type advantage, as well as the fact that if we fall below 30%, he is going to be able to give us that full heal as well. So that's always really handy just to have up your sleeve. It's essentially another item, even though this team does heal a ton even without that. So we've got the first transformation for Exchange Boo. Mine is at 55%, but I have got him at full level 10 links. So he's looking very good for us. We'll put Super 17 in there as well. Yeah, we'll just do that into getting another 18 key off, and we will float off the Exchange Boo. That way, when he comes back, we'll be able to transform him into Super Boo, where he actually turns into a crazy good unit. So that'll be really handy, especially because we've still got the AGL stage to come. Oh, another AGL stage to come. So we're getting the additionals here, so that's good. While raising attack certainly isn't as important as raising defense, we won't complain about getting those extra attacks in, and we should get the finish right here. So we're going really well. We've avoided all super attacks thus far, and yep. So we'll get the transformation. STR transforming Boo for me is 90%, and you want to make sure that you do get off this Gohan absorption. So that means you need to be between 80 and 100% HP. So a pretty stingy limitation, really. Doesn't give you much breathing room, but that sort of is the advantage of this team, is that you are going to be healing up so often that you should probably stay within that range. But if you don't get that, I would almost just restart, sadly, because you want to be able to share big bad bosses with this Bootunks once you transform him into the Gohan absorbed, and when he is in Gohan absorbed state, like right now, he is going to greatly raise his defense on his super attack. So once we transform the other Boo Tanks, both of those units are going to be looking a whole lot better. Mine's really highly linked. Big bad bosses, I think, is the only level 10 link though. But yeah, that's the main link that you need active. So Fat Boo's about to cop a pretty big super, 250k. Yeah, that's probably more than I was expecting. And that defense lowering really sucks. Yeah, not much we can do about that though. So we'll collect those into that. Just gets off our 18 key. We'll heal up with Cell. Again, Cell just floating off, not doing a crazy lot. Boo Tanks, again, just making sure that we're getting that 18 key super and then building that defense up. I'll probably transform him once he hits just over 500k health, I think, is, HP, defense, jeez, losing my mind. Yeah, but that's usually about the magic number, I think, where we transform him. The only stage that we have to be really concerned about is the grade 8 stage with Boo Tanks. So we actually didn't even get the finish there, and Cell will be able to polish off the Super Saiyan 2 here. So that actually worked out really well. So Cell's going to be off rotation for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Obviously, because of the type advantage, that could have been annoying, but isn't going to be. And then we're going to pop that. So we will exchange the Skinny Boo, or Evil Boo, whatever you want to call him, into Super Boo, and this is where he becomes a really good unit. Really did wish that mine was above 50%, because yeah, he becomes really, really useful at this point. So we'll collect those. That gives us tons of STR orbs to... there you go. So he actually... I wasn't sure if he'd take a great deal of damage. We don't have big bad bosses active yet, but yeah, we are relying on that super attack there. No additionals, but we're taking double digits, so that's fine. And then the big 24 key super here for Boo Tanks. I could have certainly put Boo Tanks in that first slot. I just thought with the type advantage, we may as well make the most of it. So 2.76, not a unit that you really want to have off rotation, because he does greatly raise that defense for 3 turns. But we'll work to getting him onto rotation at some latter stage. So we're going to do it like that because we do want to keep Super 17 on rotation at this point, because we're going to have the Great Ape up next. So this should, if it works out how I'm thinking, we should get Super 17 on the first turn. And that's just a bit of security against the Great Ape, because that Great Ape can hit crazy, crazy hard. So yeah, that's just the tactics behind that. Our Dokkan gauge is a bit higher than I would like, because I'd like to save it for that Great Ape. So it'll be interesting. Oh, this is going to really hurt. This will do 327. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Actually put us under that 30% threshold. So as I mentioned previously, that's where Cell can get that heal in. So what we'll have to do is collect that into that, and we need, so yeah, we really need to finish this turn, because otherwise we're going to be wasting our Dokkan attack. So if we can get an additional from someone here, it'll be pretty greatly appreciated. That or some critical hits. Nope. This will be very, very close. So 2.44, that's probably because big bad bosses would be active, so that number was a little bit higher. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So Cell will get the finish here, and we're going to be going in with our Dokkan attack and Super 17 on rotation. So that worked out really well for us. So let's see where the attack spread is. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop a Whis. That should get us, that gets us the most key. That gets us that. And then I'm just going to grab that. I'm banking on a crit here. Could have certainly put Super 17 in that first slot and taken a bit more of a safer approach, I guess. He would have dealt some really good damage, but if we can get a crit here on a big 24 key from Boo Tanks, we could do some really nice damage here. And remembering that Grade 8 doesn't have a crazy amount of health. He just does that insane damage. There we go, we did get it. So 5.2 million, that's obviously really good for us. We're bringing Super Boo onto rotation now, so that means he'll be able to make the most of that 3-turn greatly stacked. Nobody's going to take any damage on this rotation with that Whis active, so gives us a lot of confidence and to set up however we would have liked there. So again, we're going to clean up with those. We'll grab that, and then we'll just finish it off with that. Obviously at full health, that is, as I've mentioned earlier in the video, the advantage of the Majin Buu team, or having so many Majin Buu units on a team, is that you're just constantly healing. So come on, a few crits here would be nice. Probably the one disadvantage of this team build that I have brought in here is that we are relying on physical units. So it does mean this stage is quite slow, but you go up against the Int Super Saiyan 4 and you literally obliterate him. Great Ape hasn't super attacked us yet, so that concerns me. The Whis is no longer active. I'm going to save that. Yeah, I'm going to save that active skill for later on in the event for Cell, for when we do have type advantage in that final stage. I don't know if he would have been able to, that's so much damage. I don't know if Cell would have finished it here, so I think we are going to get better value if we do save that for a little bit later. No crits, but we did get the additional. We really do need to finish him off here to no avail. So let's see how Super Buu does. So this will be his second greatly raised, so let's hope that it's enough, because yeah, 9k. Okay, we can live with 9k. Cell will get the finish here. We'll be able to heal up next turn, and we're going to have a lot of type advantage on rotation as well, so we're going to be feeling good. So let's see the attack spread. I am just going to quickly pop Princess Snake. How's our defense? I might do one more turn of stacking, I think, with the Buu tanks, and then we might transform into the Gohan Absorb. Then we'll be able to share big bad bosses. Perfect. This worked out just how we wanted it. Double digits between his high defense and that Princess Snake being active. We're always going to be perfectly fine there. And as you just saw, we did take off one whole gauge just from the single super attack. So shows you how quickly Buu tanks or Buu Gohan Absorb can power through this stage of the GT event. I don't expect much from Super 17 there, yeah, but he's going to tank really well with that added damage reduction to what he already has from his passive. So let's see what this, I think that's got to be, yeah, this has got to be the play. Floating off the Super Buu, hoping he shouldn't get supered here, because we did just cop a super attack on that last turn. Some people probably might say that I should have put the Buu tanks in the middle, but there was just so many attacks in that first slot. We're not getting any luck on the additionals, unfortunately, because remembering he does have that built-in additional chance, and then I think I did give mine a little bit of additional as well, but so there we go. I probably should have put him in that middle slot. Let's see how we tank this. 135k, that's not too bad. I'll certainly take that. So we've lost a few links here, that's why Super Buu's attacks dropped a little bit. And we'll get him off. Oh, we actually got the additional. So even at 55%, we're getting that additional because I did put a additional skill orb on him. Now he'll be, yeah, perfectly fine. So let's see, we could do this like, I think that into, oh, I was going to transform him, wasn't I? Oh, well, he can get one more stack in. And we're just going to miss the, we'll just have a quick look at his defense. 517k. Yeah, we'll transform Boo Tank's next turn. Never hurts to get one extra stack in there. Spewing that we were only one key off getting the int cell, his 18 key super, but still not the end of the world. Here we're finally getting some additionals off. Gotten pretty lucky in terms of GOKU not dodging. That can always be painful. We might take a little bit of damage with this absorbed Gohan Boo. But again, we do have big bad bosses active because he is next to Cell. We're getting a greatly raise of his defense here, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, 6k. There we go. So had he got supered, we might have been in a little bit more trouble, but fortunately not for us. So we're getting the additional as well with Cell. I think I did go a balance of crit and additional with him. So yeah, very nice. We'll just quickly check on the Boo Tank. So yeah, we'll give this one. Oh, we actually can't get his unless we do it like this, which could be a little bit risky, but why not? Let's get one more extra stack off with him. We'll build the Dokkan meter a little bit higher. So we're only taking, there we go. I certainly should not have done that, but okay, he'll take 150, I think, 140, yep. So as long as this Boo doesn't get, yep. So I was getting a bit worried that he'd somehow finish it, but looking at that attack stat, there was never a chance. We'll get the finish here and move on to the final stage. So going strong, still got 2 items up our sleeve. What we'll do is slide you along to there, activate the active skill transformation. We'll absorb Gohan, then I'll give you a quick look at both the stats and links here. So we'll be looking really good once we get through this animation. And okay, so linked up, they got 6 out of the 7. And our defense is at nearly 800k, which is pretty crazy. We'll collect those. We're going to continue building up our Dokkan gauge. And we've got a decent little array of key spheres there. I don't think this should do a great deal. We've nearly got 800k defense. Yeah, double digits. And here's where we start bringing the pain when we've got that Gohan absorbed. 5 points. Close enough to 5.8 million. Remembering we've got no support on this turn. Big crit, an additional, no second additional. You can only imagine how good that attack stat would have been looking had we had something like Boo Piccolo on rotation or something like that. But if you did bring Boo Piccolo on this team, I'd be very concerned of him getting blasted. Yeah, with that type disadvantage. So what we'll do is we'll do it like this. That way we're going to have big bad bosses active for when we activate Cell's active skill. So just that extra little bit of damage won't go astray. I certainly don't get to see Cell's active skill enough. I actually really like it. So let's watch that one through now. Just having a quick look. So we've got lots of links active there, only the 2 here, but let's fire this away. So yeah, look at that, the wind up. This is such a clean animation. Not as rare as the AGL Gohan's transformation, but look at that, a nice 3 million crit too. So that worked out really well for us. We'll collect those into that, and that'll get us our 8. So I'm pretty confident that this should work out for us pretty well. Ooh, 50k is a little bit more than I was sort of expecting. Let's see, hopefully we can get some crits here, or at least some additional supers. And then we've got Cell coming in the back as well. I assume that we're, again, up around 1 million defense, so this isn't going to do anything whatsoever. Oh, there you go. It broke 1,000, so nothing. Then we've got the 18 key super from Cell. So, and that did hit, which is awesome. And let's see, 2.27, so nothing crazy, but he's taking double digits as well. So that's one of the added benefits of having him in here, just because there's actually no attacks on that final slot. So that works perfectly. We'll collect that. We're at full health. We're going really strong here. So the only way we'd be able to bite the bullet here is if the STR Boo got hit with a big super here, but I'm hoping, because we did get supered last turn, that we're safe on that front. We're getting the additional super here. Super doesn't make sense to me. He just yells and then all of a sudden he's got like his own version of the Spirit Bomb. But it looks really, really clean. I do like it. Oh, we were getting supered again. Lucky that it was again in the first slot. So double digits. Bang. Still very consistent at 2.44. The Gohan absorbed Boo here. Let's see what. We got the crit there too. So very nice. We should, assuming we don't miss, we don't get dodged next rotation, we should be able to finish it right here, I reckon. So we're just going to pop one more Whis just to play it safe. We're only just getting off that 18 key. We may as well go like that just to get more links active. Fill up that Dokkan meter for in case we don't get it finished here. And yeah, so obviously not getting as much key there. We did drop down to a 4.3 million attack stat. Crit, we did get the crit and an additional. So yeah, so a really good run through. The power absorption team is really, really, really solid. Boo tanks / Gohan absorbed, whatever you want to call it, is still an amazing unit, one of the best extreme units in the game. And as you've been able to see, he's really, really carried through this event. So hopefully you were able to get a couple copies of him from the anniversary banners, and hopefully you're able to replicate a team very much so like this, because as you just saw, we did that. We got close to dying, but we still had one more item up our sleeve, about to get a Dokkan attack. So certainly not the hardest run that we've ever had through here. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.